the Executive Governor of Adamawa State, ably represented by the Chief of Staff, the commissioners, members of the Legislative Council of the State, members of Judiciary here present, my esteemed presenters here also, ladies and gentlemen, I'm highly delighted to be among you this morning to speak on an important subject matter that has to do with national planning. The popular slogan says, "He who fails to plan, plan to fail." And we can see that in every facet of our economy. Despite all the resources, despite all the human and material resources, we have not been able to achieve the objective of our development plans. So today, we are going to look at Adamawa State in terms of its effort at aligning the state development plan with that of the national development plan. But permit me, there is a subject matter missing there, and that is a development administration approach. The main thesis of this paper is to look at those philosophies of development administration and how our able governor has been able to adopt that strategy in achieving national development in the state, in enhancing the standard of living among the populace of the state. Permit me to talk a little about the philosophy of development administration. Development administration is an aspect of public administration. Development administration comes to be in realization that government and its public bureaucracy need to be renewed, need to be recreated, and need to be reformed. Development administration emphasizes creativity, innovation, among others. It is a distinct approach to achieving developmental objectives, especially in a situation where there are several obstacles to achieving national development, as we have in Nigeria and in most of the states in the country. Development administration also emphasizes the adjustment of public bureaucratic functions, operations. I know it's not there, please. It's an additional. Functions and operations and their orientation to achieve accelerated development. According to RICS, it is an array of functions assumed by developing countries to achieve accelerated development, industrialization, and modernity. Development administration is about promoting economic growth. It's about strengthening human and organizational capacity. It's about enhancing equity in the distribution of resources, in the distribution of wealth, power, and income. It emphasizes equity and fairness and justice, both at the economic angle and the political angle. It's about meeting the wide and peculiar needs and aspirations of the citizen. Development administration is about overcoming those unique obstacles to national development. One of the strategies for achieving development administration is National Development Plan. Development planning involves a deliberate and a conscious effort on the part of the government to accelerate the process of economic and social development. We have had various development plans in Nigeria, the first, the second, the third, and other projections like Vision 2020, Vision 2010. Now we have the Sustainable Development Goals. However, the problem in Nigeria has to do with implementing the various plans to achieve development. Some of the challenges militating against implementation of development plans in Nigeria include the following. 1, lack of budget discipline. 2, ineffective educational sector. 3, high rate of corruption in the country. 4, high rate of poverty and unemployment. 5, lack of synergy between the 3 tiers of government. And this constitutes the basis of this paper this morning. We want to see how the governor have aligned the strategy for national planning with that of the national and the global level. Its administration have consistently focused on advancing Adamawa socioeconomic and educational standard in ensuring that the state not only strive internally, but contribute meaningfully to Nigerian global and national development. Adamawa State, under the present governor, has showcased how local, impactful leadership can lead to broad national benefits, making it vital as a case study for others to follow. By emphasizing on education, infrastructural development, socio-political balance in the state, Governor Fintiri have achieved success in enhancing the welfare of the people. He has prioritized projects, domesticated policies, and advanced all the policies that will ensure that Adamawa State and Nigeria is impacted positively. His projects are national and global in outlook, and as well meeting international standards. The next statement. Yes. The most important aggregate of national plan has to do with actions and inactions of the state actors, including the state government and its public bureaucracy. Only a governor with strategic plan understands the crucial role of planning in its environment. And that is why the present governor, under Fintiri, has become a case study today. Unveiling the mystery behind his stewardship is a must-know for Nigerians, and even at the global level. Notably, his development administration strategy and style at the state level have enhanced national development within the state. It has enhanced growth. It has enhanced the living standard of the people. The next slide. Governor Fintiri's leadership as a grassroots Democrat has demonstrated his ability to govern with deep connections to the people, ensuring that their voices shape policy matters and policy process in the state. Despite party differences with the federal government, Fintiri has aligned Adamawa State policies with national development objectives, reflecting a governance style that transcends political divides. His approach and contributed to the broader stability of Nigeria by focusing on the greater good and maintaining collaboration across party lines. This example of unity-based governance proves the importance that prioritize the people. He has received several awards on this strategy. The next part. Another area where the governor demonstrated his leadership quality has to do with workers' welfare. Remember that the failure of governance is the failure of public administration. And the failure of public administration is the failure of governance. No government can succeed without a varied and efficient public bureaucracy. In recognition of this, Fintiri's swift implementation of the new minimum wage ahead of other states exemplifies what? Forward-thinking approach to labor rights and economic reform. His proactive stance on workers' welfare not only uplifts the people of Adamawa State, but also set a national example for other state governments to follow. To economic well-being of the workforce, he ensures financial stability and a more prosperous community, thereby contributing to the broader economic health of Nigeria. Fintiri's workers highlight the crucial role of policy implementation in driving national progress. Another area where he has shown positive leadership quality has to do with aligning the Adamawa State development project with both the national and the global standard. His administration focused on infrastructural development, economic initiatives that meet international criteria, has positioned Adamawa as a model for progress within Nigeria. This effort to domesticate national policies for global relevance have made the state a vital node in Nigeria's socio-political and economic networks. Fintiri's leadership demonstrates the importance of balancing the local needs with international expectations, creating a blueprint for other states to follow. Another area where he has demonstrated good leadership quality, please, the next one, has to do with what? Education. Under this governor, education has become a cornerstone of Adamawa's development strategy. His administration has expanded access to quality education. My other colleague who came to present has shown us indicators of development in Adamawa State, including that of what? Education. He has ensured that Adamawa youths are equipped with the knowledge and skills to drive Nigeria's future. The focus on education is not merely a local priority, but a national resource. As an educated populace, in Adamawa State, strengthens the country's socio-economic fabric. Fintiri's resolve to give priority to education shows that grassroots leadership can cultivate a generation and doers who are essential for Nigeria's long-term stability. The next one. Another area where our dear governor has demonstrated ability and capability has to do with what? Grassroots leadership. Governor Fintiri's grassroots leadership has proven that leaders deeply connected to their community are best positioned in understanding and solving the complex challenges and problems within the community. his ability to craft and implement policies that address the country as Fintiri believes that grassroots leaders have the will and understanding to provide Nigerian solutions for Nigerian problems is demonstrated in his administration success. His leadership underscored the need for governance that draws local experience to implement sustainable and people-focused solutions. Next one. Recommendation. From all indicators, we can see that our dear governor, using development administration approach, has succeeded in giving development to his people. He has succeeded in alleviating the poverty of his people. He has succeeded in reducing the unemployment rate. We have seen our major objection now to replicate the same thing at the local government level. Therefore, we recommend the following. 1, enhancing fiscal autonomy of local government areas. Number 2, improving governance and accountability. Number 3, building administrative capacity. Number 4, promoting participatory decision making. Number 5, supporting infrastructural development. Number 6, encouraging policy innovation. Investing in what? Information and communication technology. Then finally, effective monitoring and evaluation of performance of his words. And I've seen that being demonstrated last week here. Amadu, Umaru, Fintiri demonstrate the same thing at the federal level. Thank you.